Hair down, spiritual effect of women leaving their hair loose. 1. Introduction to the spiritual effect of a woman leaving her hair down. Shampoo commercials, along with fashion and celebrity magazines around the world, have long promoted the glamorous look of women swishing their hair in front of the camera. These kind of marketing messages have shaped the general perception of women that if one wants to look glamorous, one should leave one's hair open. Nowadays it is common for women worldwide to leave their hair open, and this is especially so when they step out for the evening wanting to look their best. Spiritual research conducted by SSRF on hairstyles has shed light on the spiritual effect of various hairstyles. In this article, we discuss the spiritual effect of women and men leaving their hair open. To better understand this article, we suggest you familiarize yourself with the following articles. 2. The spiritual effect of hair left down. In this section, we share a drawing based on subtle knowledge drawn by Ms. Priyanka Lotlekar, who has an advanced sixth sense of vision. By the grace of God and many years of regular spiritual practice, Priyanka is able to see into the spiritual dimension, just as we see the physical dimension. By creating drawings based on subtle knowledge, Priyanka shares with us what she sees in the subtle. All of Priyanka's drawings based on subtle knowledge are validated by His Holiness Drivathavale for subtle accuracy before they are published. The accuracy of this drawing based on subtle knowledge is 80%, which is well above the average subtle or clairvoyant artist's ability. The above drawing based on subtle knowledge shows how when a woman leaves her hair down, she is likely to be adversely affected at a spiritual level. The reasons are explained in the following sections. 1. Increase in Raja unsteadies the mind and intellect. The Raja subtle component is associated with action and passion, and it is the subtle component that is responsible for movement. From a spiritual level, generally women as compared to men are more Raja predominant, and one of the manifestations of this is that they are more emotional by nature. When a woman leaves her hair open, the Raja component within her hair increases even further. An increase in the Raja subtle component tends to make a person's mind more fickle and also increases the tendency to be frivolous. This fickleness of the mind can be taken advantage of by negative energies to affect a woman and make her do and say things she normally wouldn't. Also, women become more conscious about their 5 senses and their body when their hair is left open. Very quickly the Raja component can be converted into the Tama component by negative energies. This leads to an increase in feelings such as depression, worry, increased sexual thoughts leading to promiscuity. 2. Negative energies attack through exposed hair tips. Through spiritual research, we discovered that hair is more Raja Tama predominant than the rest of our bodies and therefore naturally becomes a target for negative energies, as they too are Raja Tama predominant. However, what makes hair an easier target for attack is that the hair tip has a subtle void through which negative energies can enter. This void is very small but opens up each time a woman cuts or trims her hair. All the voids in the body are susceptible to a subtle attack. For example, through food, negative energies can enter the body through the mouth. When hair tips are left exposed as in the above drawing based on subtle knowledge, negative energies use the void in the hair tips to enter a woman and travel up into the pores of the scalp. This results in distressing energy collecting all over the pores, which usually impairs the intellect of the woman. As a result, black energy is more likely to collect in the body when a woman leaves her hair open. That is why it is recommended that women do not cut their hair. 2.1 Effect on women with short hair. Women with short hair are at a disadvantage as they generally keep their hair open. As a result, distressing energies from the environment are continuously attracted to the hair left open. Short hair on a woman is more likely to become charged with distressing vibrations. A solution to minimize the negative effect has been given in the last section of this article. 2.2 Sleeping with hair open. When a woman sleeps with her hair open, the tips of the hair shaft are exposed. When sleeping, we are more vulnerable to negative energy as they are more active at night due to the increased Raja Tama vibrations in the environment. This is especially so for women who do not do regular spiritual practice. 2.3 Why do men not get affected by keeping their hair short and open? At a spiritual level, men generally have less of the Raja subtle component than women, hence they are less emotional and are also less sensitive. They also have a higher ability to fight with negativity. As a result, they are less prone to a subtle attack because of their hair being cut. Men have a higher ability to imbibe the sattva component with short and open hair. It is therefore recommended for men to keep their hair short. Hair grown long by men increases the subtle heat in their body and disturbs their inner stability. 3. Some practical suggestions for hairstyles from a spiritual perspective. Spiritual research conducted by SSRF has shown that as much as possible, women should not leave their hair down. It is better to put their hair up in a bun or tied in a plait or braid. For a woman, even while sleeping, it is better to tie one's hair up. Rubbing holy ash vibhuti at the tips of the hair will help minimize subtle attacks on them. After a hair wash or a head bath, it is recommended that a woman ties the ends of her hair or puts a towel around her hair while it is drying. Saying prayers for protection from negative energies and increasing one's desire for spiritual practice helps put a subtle protective sheath around one. There is no substitute for doing regular spiritual practice, which includes making efforts to reduce one's ego and personality defects. Also, women become more conscious about their five senses and their body when their hair is left down. This increased awareness of one's body can impede spiritual growth, which is the purpose of life. To grow spiritually, we have to transcend identifying with our five senses, mind and intellect, and identify with the soul or God within us. As a result of regular spiritual practice, one is able to feel the difference between sattva and tama predominant activities. Once one is able to perceive this, one does not need to be told what is spiritually better, as it can be felt internally. Through regular spiritual practice and maintaining a sattvic lifestyle, one earns the Guru's grace, which protects one from subtle attacks and enables rapid spiritual growth.